This video highlights the changes we have made to MoversSuite at version 2017 R15. We have standardized the settings used to calculate hourly crew needs within local services. The number of setup fields has been reduced from 9 down to 3. 7 settings from the system-wide options for minimum, maximum, and hours per packer and mover have been scaled down to just 2, minimum crew and number of hours per crew. You now have the option of setting values for those 2 fields on each unit type record instead of relying on a single global setting. The minimum crew allows you to define the initial number of people you want assigned to the service for the type. Number of hours per crew is the amount of time assigned per crew before another person is added to the service. In this example for the wait type, any service of this type starts out with 2 people specified for the service, and if the calculation of time needed exceeds 8 hours, then a 3rd person is added. Also in this setup, you can specify a field label that displays when you add a local service. In addition to the 2 system types for cartons and weight, you can establish additional types as needed. For example, if part of your operation includes packing computers, you can create such a type here. Set the minimum crew count, the number of hours before another person is added, and provide a custom label. Under Local Service Type Setup, you can link a service to the newly established type and set the units per hour. The units per hour also factor into the calculation of hours needed for a service. This setting replaces 2 settings for the average hourly time anticipated for cartons and weight. In this example, your company anticipates that a single worker can pack 10 computers per hour. You can see these labor settings at work when adding services for this type within MoversSuite. The label switches to computers and the crew count defaults to 1. Once you set the number of computers to pack, the application automatically computes the crew, hours per man, and total hours required based on the values we just set. To summarize this change, we have taken the specific settings associated to movers, packers, cartons, and weight and genericized them into a single unit that can apply to any desired type. New options have been added to assist you in managing day notes. There is now a date selector that you can use to view or manage a note for a date other than the date associated to the selected service. You can enter the date manually or use the date selector to choose a date. There are now 2 different save options available to you as well. You can save the note manually by pressing Save Note, or you can check the Auto Save option. When autosave is on, text you enter for the note is automatically saved for that day. Also from the Day Notes tab, you have the option to save or delete the note. MoversSuite also manages notes more effectively with this release. For example, if you make a change to a note without saving it, the application prompts you by asking whether you wish to save the changes or not. Additionally, if someone updates a note at the same time you are modifying the same note, you receive a prompt. The prompt is asking if you want to add your note to the end of the note saved by the other user. If you press yes, the note is appended with your changes. A caption is included in the body of the day note that indicates the date and time of the addition. Those of you working in local dispatch can now access the work ticket number directly within the data grid. Many of you requested this column to quickly sort the grid by the work ticket and identify when a ticket is generated or not. The job costing screen now includes additional columns. You can now view the work ticket number, crew count, hours per crew, hourly rate, and rate type on the single order tab. This information was added to provide a little more data on the calculations affecting the rated amount for a service. The rate type is a new field to MoversSuite. You can reference this column to view whether the rated amount computes using the regular, overtime, or double rate from the rate plan. The rate settings within the rate plan setup have been expanded. The regular rate, overtime rate, and double time rate now allow up to 4 digits to the right of the decimal place. On previous releases, you could only specify up to 2 places. With this change, you can now account for various sales tax and other similar rate types that reference more than 2 decimal places. This change affects all places in the application that reference these rates, including revenue entry, invoicing, quote generation, storage billing, job costing, etc. Added to the list of field requirements is valuation. You can link this required field to any event to trigger the check within the application. The valuation check corresponds to the like name field found on the Move Information tab. The tab order within the Office and Industrial module has been updated. The order in which the tabs appear is based on an anticipated flow of operations for an O&I move request. Refer to the online help for version 2017 R15 for more information on the changes we have made. Thank you.